Why Shedeur Sanders' jersey sales put him in rare NFL company. Cleveland Browns quarterback Shedeur Sanders may be low on the depth chart, but in an updated top NFL jersey sales, he is among elite company. The former Colorado Buffaloes quarterback was a high-profile player coming out of college, which could indicate his future in the NFL. Cleveland Browns rookie Shedeur Sanders is the number 3 quarterback on the team's depth chart. The Browns selected the former Colorado Buffaloes quarterback in the 5th round of the 2025 NFL Draft, and all eyes were on when he would take his first snap with the Browns. Despite being the number 3 quarterback on the depth chart, Sanders remains a highly talked-about player who is still heavily supported by Colorado and Cleveland fans. In an updated list of the top-selling NFL jerseys to start the season, the support Sanders has is evident. Top-selling NFL jerseys. Saquon Barkley, Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts, Philadelphia Eagles. Jaden Daniels, Washington Commanders. Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills. Shedeur Sanders, Cleveland Browns. When looking at the top 5, Sanders is joined by elite company, despite not playing in a regular season game. Among the top 5 are 2 reigning Super Bowl champions, as well as the reigning Offensive Rookie of the Year and the MVP. What Sanders being in elite company means. Although Sanders is number 3 on the Browns' depth chart, he still has the support of Colorado fans, and many are calling for his shot in the league. Sanders entered the draft process as a projected first-round pick. Despite the fall in the draft and on the roster, there is still a belief he should be playing this season. Being among players coming off a stellar season without playing a regular season snap shows that he is a high-profile player. While he may not see the field for a while, the support from him could help boost his NFL career as he continues to get better. Sanders' NFL potential. Sanders' preseason performance was up and down with the Browns. In his first start, he led the offense down the field for big drives, showing why he deserves a spot on the Browns roster. In the team's 3rd preseason game, after missing the 2nd with an injury, Sanders took several sacks, which was his biggest issue with the Colorado Buffaloes. Despite being low on the Browns' depth charts, Colorado fans could still see Sanders take off in his NFL career. It is not unheard of for quarterbacks to have to sit before their time comes. Quarterbacks such as Patrick Mahomes and Jordan Love sat before starting and have established themselves as the team's franchise players. Sitting behind Joe Flacco, a quarterback who has won Super Bowl MVP, could be beneficial to Sanders. Only time will tell, but when given the chance, Sanders could be one of the quarterbacks to have a successful career after sitting behind a veteran. More, 3 big fixes for Deion Sanders' Colorado Buffaloes ahead of Big 12 play. More, Colorado's Ryan Staub named starting quarterback, Julian Lewis, Kaidon Salter impact. More, Deion Sanders to break silence on Colorado Buffaloes quarterback competition. More, Houston Cougars Willie Fritz reveals surprising preparation for Colorado Buffaloes. More, Colorado Buffaloes defensive back makes triumphant return after heart surgery. The NFL has always been a league of stars, quarterbacks who command huddles, wide receivers who make highlight reels, and defenders who terrorize opposing offenses. Yet every so often, someone comes along who doesn't fit neatly into the usual categories. In 2025, that person is Shedeur Sanders. What makes Sanders' story fascinating isn't just his football journey, but the gravity of his presence before he's even taken center stage in the NFL. His jersey, splashed with the Cleveland Browns' bold orange and brown, is one of the most sought after in the league. That detail alone places him in rare company, joining a small circle of players whose jerseys transcend performance and become cultural statements. The weight of a name. The Sanders name is iconic. Deion Prime Time, Sanders revolutionized the NFL with swagger, style, and substance, proving that sports can be entertainment without compromising greatness. Shedeur, his son, inherited not only his father's last name but also the expectations that come with it. Fans weren't just buying a jersey stitched with Sanders on the back, they were buying into a narrative. A father-son football lineage. A transition from college stardom in Colorado to NFL mystery in Cleveland. A symbol of anticipation. In the NFL's jersey sales hierarchy, most top spots belong to proven performers: Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Shedeur's rise cuts against that grain. He hasn't thrown a touchdown in the NFL yet, but people are clamoring for his jersey as if he were already a franchise savior. That's not just hype, that's history repeating itself. The rare air of jersey legends. To understand why Shedeur's jersey sales are special, you need to recognize the company he now keeps. Only a handful of players have broken into the top jersey sales charts without playing a snap or while being backups. Tim Tebow, whose magnetic personality and faith-driven following turned him into a cultural figure bigger than football. Johnny Manziel, the Johnny Football experiment, whose hype at the draft table outpaced his actual production. Michael Vick, upon his return, whose redemption arc sparked mass support. Tom Brady, during certain transfers, as fans rushed to claim the jersey of a legend in new colors. And now, Shedeur Sanders. What unites these names isn't always football greatness, it's cultural impact. Tebow jerseys sold because of belief. Manziel jerseys sold because of spectacle. Vick jerseys sold because of forgiveness and curiosity. Brady jerseys sold because of legacy. Shedeur's jersey sells because of potential. Cleveland's quiet revolution. The Cleveland Browns have long searched for stability at quarterback. Generations of fans have carried the weight of false dawns and dashed hopes. From first-round busts to short-term journeymen, the carousel rarely stopped spinning. That's why Sanders' jersey isn't just fabric, it's a statement of faith. Fans who buy it aren't just backing Shedeur, they're signaling belief that maybe, just maybe, he can rewrite Cleveland's quarterback story. Even as a third stringer, his jersey sales suggest that fans aren't buying the present depth chart, they're buying into the future they hope to see. That hope has pushed Shedeur into the realm of NFL players who transcend their roster roles. Rarely does a backup or developmental QB sell jerseys at this scale. Sanders is an exception. The fashion factor. Part of Shedeur's rare appeal also comes from something not often measured in sports analytics: style. At Colorado, Shedeur wore luxury watches into post-game interviews, showing off his personality without apology. He matched on-field fire with off-field flash. That lifestyle carried into the NFL, where his jersey has become as much a fashion piece as a sports emblem. NFL jerseys are increasingly worn beyond stadium walls. They show up in music videos, at concerts, and in everyday street wear. Shedeur's jersey, with the magnetic pull of the Sanders brand, slides perfectly into that cultural lane. Fans aren't just wearing his name, they're wearing the story of a new kind of quarterback, one who embraces individuality in an era when sports and entertainment merge more than ever. A bridge between generations. What makes Shedeur's jersey sales so rare is that he bridges two distinct fan bases.